Norman Rockwell, Edward Hopper, Jason Pollock, and Georgia O'Keeffe. What's something they all have in common? Hey, what's going on? I'm Ryan J. Leone. Thanks for checking out another video. The answer to the question I asked at the top of the video is Americana. Now, what exactly is Americana? Let's check out Wikipedia. So Wikipedia defines Americana as Americana artifacts are related to the history, geography, folklore, and cultural heritage of the United States of America. Americana is any collection of materials and things concerning or characteristics of the United States or of the American people, and is representative or even stereotypical of American culture as a whole. So when we think of Americana, you probably think of things like Route 66, Elvis, the moon landing, paintings by the said painters I spoke about before. But what do I think of when I think of Americana? And I'll tell you, supermarkets. That's just one of the things I think of. I also think of suburban sprawl, American Railroad, things like that. Now, when I lived in Arizona, I went up to Page and went up to northern Arizona and saw a lot of traditional Americana for the Southwest, including Route 66, the beautiful landscapes of northern Arizona, and then also the fun shops you see along the way, like in Flagstaff and other parts of northern Arizona. But for the past 5 years, I've been living here, back in New York City, back in Brooklyn, back in Astoria. And though there are instances of Americana here in the city, a lot of the old characteristics of the city that would relate to Americana have been replaced by newer, gentrified buildings, materials, and culture. So you don't find much of that where I live. So that's why recently, when I had the opportunity to go down south to Alabama and Knoxville, Tennessee, I grabbed my Leica, my Mamiya 7, and made a priority to go around those areas and check out some Americana nostalgia. And it started with, like I said, supermarkets. I have a love for supermarkets for some reason, for photography. One of the first photos I ever took on my Leica M6 was at the Seatown, right down the block from me in Astoria. And I took photos in there and also some photos of the people that worked there, and they loved them. And it really showed me, first of all, the power of the Leica, its portability and its amazing optics, but also just the way I can capture exactly what I'm seeing and what I'm thinking on film. So when I was down south and I heard that Piggly Wiggly was a real thing, I thought it was only in the movies. I jumped at the chance to go to Piggly Wiggly in Gurley, Alabama. Now, if you don't know much about Piggly Wiggly like I did, it's one of the first ever American self-service grocery stores. I didn't take a ton of video while I was there, but let's roll some clips from the 90s and 80s of Piggly Wiggly.
My mama taught me how to shop at Piggly Wiggly.
We're the original self-service supermarket, opened in 1916.
Piggly Wiggly's here again.
So yeah, when I heard that Piggly Wiggly was real, I jumped at the chance to get down to Gurley, Alabama to check it out. And we did. And I took some photos on Cinestill 800T inside of a Piggly Wiggly. And I'm kidding you not. It looks like I literally just grabbed these from a 1980s expose on Piggly Wiggly. And I even captured some shots outside with my Mamiya 7. And they're just stunning. They have this retro Americana feel to them that I absolutely love. From the colors, to the layout, to the setup, to the signage, to even the fact that Cinestill, known for its halations, gave those beautiful fluorescent lights in the stores, those beautiful orange halation glows. One of the things I like about down in the South is the minimalism of urbanism and the maximalism of suburbanism. What I mean by that is right outside of Gurley is Athens, Alabama, which there is a Buc-ee's there, which Buc-ee's is another, woo, love that. There in Athens, when we were there a couple of days prior, a tornado had torn through the town and wrecked some buildings. So being my ever journalistic self, traveled up there with my Mamiya 7 and walked around the town and got some shots of this one store that had had its roof caved in on itself, and captured a couple shots on both Kodak Portra and Kodak Gold. The surrounding areas were nice. It was like a very small Americana suburban town that I just kind of walked around and snapped some shots there, really trying to capture the characteristics of the town as well as that Americana feel that I was looking for. But right outside of the store that was taken down by the tornado was this American flag that was just stuck in the tree, and something about it just really stuck out to me because it was the American flag stuck in a tree with caution tape around it, showing that, you know, maybe there's some sort of symbolism in that right there, especially what America's going through right now, that there is a lot of destruction around this American flag and caution tape near it. Maybe I'm reading into it too much, I don't know, but it screamed suburban Americana to me, and I captured it on the Mamiya 7, and I absolutely loved how it looked out. It's one of my favorite photos from the trip, outside the ones from the Piggly Wiggly. But it was a great time, and that evening at the hotel, right across the street from the hotel, was another, in my mind, staple in Americana and Southern history, a Waffle House. Something I have never eaten in before in my life. But I love the way the Waffle Houses look because they look like traditional old diners that you don't see in New York City or in this part of the country anymore. And I just walked across the street, didn't have a tripod with me, so they are a little underexposed, but was able to capture some beautiful images of this Waffle House as one of the employees came out to watch what I was doing, because, I mean, I would too. I was a guy in complete black with a hat on, aiming something at the store at 10 o'clock at night. So I get why he came out to check it out. But these are some of the photos I captured on my short time in Alabama and Nashville, Tennessee, focusing around the suburbanism Americana that is down there. Now, if you saw my last video, which you could check out right here, my 2024 was fantastic. I did a lot of things I never thought I would do. And this year I'm focusing on a lot of more things, like doing cinematography, doing more jobs, but also I think I want to start focusing on going to smaller towns in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, the Northeast, and then maybe even to the Midwest to capture the small towns, the Americana, the suburbanism that I don't see around here in New York City, Brooklyn, and Astoria. So that's something I think I'm going to be focusing some of my work on in the next coming year. And of course I will share it on my Instagram. I would love some suggestions on places to visit anywhere in the country. I'm willing to fly, drive, train to get there, even if it's just for a day or two. So I would love to hear suggestions from everybody on where I can go in this country to get that type of photography of small town, Americana, true American landscapes. Thank you for watching this video. Thumbs up, comment, let me know where I should go next. Let me know what you thought of the photos. Remember to just shoot, and I'll see you in the next one.